Morning, ma'am.
Morning. Wait lang ah. So we will wait until 9 o'clock for the others. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Okay po.
Okay. Okay, good morning.
Good
So,
morning, ma'am.
morning. So we will start na kahit yung iba maghabol na lang because medyo mahaba-haba yung ating lecture today. It's about sets. Okay, so sa sets na po tayo, which is the Unit 3 of Module 2. Unit 3 of Module 2 tayo. So, wait lang ah.
Morning,
Okay, good
ma'am.
morning. Okay, so, sino kisa nagpo-present? Wait lang ah. Ako mag-present. Okay. Okay, so we're on the Unit 3 of the Module 2. So, ang ating magiging, So we have, wait lang, saan na yun? So in a module 2, there is apat na units. So ito yung pangatlo and the last topic before you're going to have another quiz number 2 regarding module 2. So ito yung the language of sets. And the last unit will be the language of sets and function. The language of functions and variables. Okay, so we will continue. So what is the language of sets? So we will discuss first or define first what is set. So ang set daw is an ordered collection. So hindi kailangan naka-order yung kanyang collection of objects. The objects in the collection or in a set are called elements or members. So yan po yung tawag um, uh, sa loob ng set. Ang elements or members yan. So for the sets, we use capital letters. And for the elements or the members of the set, we use lowercase letters. So it is said to contain its element. If S is a set, then X is an element of S. So ito, wait lang. Ito yun. This is how you read the sign. X is an element, or this one is a representation of an element. X is an element of S. If we write ito, so it means that X is not an element of S. So that is how you write statement in math. So sinishortcut na po natin. So this one represent an element. Pag it is not an element, you just slash it. Okay, for example, the example of a set are the collection of the vowels in the word probability. So ano-ano ang mga collection ng vowels? We have the O, wait lang, bakit nahang O, A, I, and I. So these are the collection of the vowels. So yun po yung tawag dyan, containment of this set. So marami mang vowels, diba? A, E, I, O, U. But since there is a boundary na ginawa, so the word probability, hanggang the word probability lang. So ano na yung mga vowels na nakikita nyo? Yun lang ang kasama sa collections of the vowels in the word probability. We have also example, the collection of real numbers that satisfies the equation. So ito yung boundary ng gusto nyong gawing set. Wherein, a real number siya, pero it will satisfy this equation. Ito. Next. The collection of two-digit positive integers divisible by 5. So may mga boundary po tayong nilalagay. The collection of great football players in the National Football League. The collection of intelligent members of the United States Congress. So yun yung mga example na mga collection. So pag may collection, it means that it is a set, a collection, or an ordered collection. Okay. So set is a collection. For example, it can be also the items you wear. Hat, shirt, jacket, pants, and so on. It can be the types of your fingers you have. Or your 10 best friends. Sino-sino yung mga best friends mo? For example, we have Alex, Blair, Casey, Drew, Erin, Francis, Glenn, Hunter, Ira, and Jade. So those are the example of a collection. Okay, so it says also that a set may be specified using the set roster notation. Ano to set roster notation? So later, malalaman po natin kung ano yung set roster rotation. So for example, we have like this. Mostly, malalaman nyo na set yan pag you start with an open braces and a closed braces. So, yung sa loob are the elements. Ito is a sign that you're talking about a set. Okay? So, you start with an open and closed parenthesis. Braces. Okay, so we have, for our example, so we have a set whose elements are 1, 2, and 3. So these are the open and closed braces, and these are the elements. So if we have like this one, it is a set of all integers. Ma'am, bakit integers? We all know that integers are all whole numbers. So whole numbers. So we start set of all integers from 1 to 100. Yan. So the axiom of extension, ang definition ng axiom of extension is a set which is completely determined by what its elements are, not the order in which they might be listed or the facts that some elements might be listed more than once. So the axiom of extension is yung completely determine mo yung elements, ano-ano mga elements. These are the axiom of extension yan. So, di-determine niya itong sets na to that they are all integers from 1 to 100. So, yun po yun. Next. For example, we have there, let A 1, 2, 3 B 3, 1, 2, C 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3. What are the elements of A, B, and C? And how are A, B, and C related? So, you think first mga 1 minute kung paano yan. Okay, so we continue. So, you think about it. So, paano yan ngayon? As you can see, yung A, B, and C, they both have 1, 2, and 3 elements. But they are representing different ways. Like the A, it was presented in increasing order. Yung B naman, unorder yung kanyang pag-represent ng 1, 2, 3. Tapos yung letter C, increasing order but one or two elements are of ilang beses na display. So, anong question na yun are, what are the elements of A, B, and C, and how are A, B, and C related? So, the elements of A, B, and C are 1, 2, 3. They both have the same elements, which are 1, 2, and 3. Next, how are A, B, and C related? So, paano sila nagka-relate? So, the set A, B, and C are simply of the same set. Sinabi dito, they are related because they are of the same set, but of different ways of representing it. Yan na yung sinabi ko. They are of different ways of representing. Like, yung A is increasing order, yung B unordered, yung elements 1 to 3, yung letter C naman is yung 1 twice na lumabas, and yung number 3 is tatlong beses lumabas. So, they are of, but still, set A, B, and C are of the same set because they have the same elements, which are 1, 2, and 3. So next, is this one set 0 equivalent or equal to 0? And how many elements are in the set? So, please answer in your chat box. Sa chat box natin na diyan sa Google Meet, may chat yan dyan. You can chat. For letter A, ito. And for letter B, ito. I want to know your answer. This will be your seat work. So for letter A is set 0 equivalent to 0. It's either your answer is yes or no. And for letter B, how many elements are in the set? This one. Ilang elements dyan? So, number lang lagay nyo. 1 ba, 2 ba, 3, 4, 0? So, you have
Ma'am, excuse
1
me.
minute. Yes?
Ay, okay ma'am, 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. So, dyan sa, hindi sa Facebook ha, dyan sa Google Meet. So, titingnan ko yung mga answers nyo later. So, I give you 1 minute to answer. Just put letter A, yes, or letter A, no. Tapos, sa baba, B. Ilang elements yan? 0 ba? 2, 1, 3. 1 minute. Okay, so time's up. Let me see kung ano mga answers nyo. May na-answer na ba kayo sa letter B? Let me see, ha? So, turan ko muna, ha? J-boy. Okay, so for the answer of our seat work, so is set 0 equivalent to 0? Answer dyan is no. O, sino nag-answer ng no? Oh, yung bakit ma'am answer is no. So we have there, set 0 is not equivalent to 0. This is a set, while this one is just a number. Number 0. This set contains an element 0. So, hindi sila magkaiba sila. So, this one is a set with one element, namely 0, while 0 is just the symbol or a number that represents the number 0. So, they are not the same. The other one is a set, and the other one is just a number. So, they are not the same. Letter B, how many elements are in the set? So, there are elements. Ilang elements meron? Actually, sino nag-answer ng 1, 0, and 2? Actually, the elements are, sorry. There are 2 elements. Ma'am, bakit 2 elements? Magkaparehas naman yung 1 and 1. So, we have element 1 and an element which is a set. This is a set. Isang set na naman ang element containing this set. You see, So this is the element. So we have element 1 and an element which is a set also. In a set, you can also create another collection. And just like this one. This is another collection containing also an element 1. So this one and this number 1 and element 1 are not the same. Just like this one, they are not the same. So, since they are not the same, then there are 2 elements for this set. Okay. So, next. For each non-negative integer n, so, wait lang. So, for each non-negative integer n, let un be equal to the set of where elements are n and negative n. So find u1, u2, and u0. And for this one, so we have the set. This one sets what are the elements of x, y, z, and how are x, y, and z related. So in finding u1, u2, and u0, we have, sorry. So we have u1, u2, and u0. So, saan to kinuha, ma'am? So, this is the n. So, you just substitute 1 here, or 2 ba, or the 0. Since you substitute the n, substitute also the n here. So, we have also 2, negative 2, and 0, negative 0. But remember, there are no negative 0. So, parehas na silang 0, 0 since they are of the same element. So, 0 na lang pwedeng ilagay. So, that is how you write the sets for that solution or equation. So, for this one, the number 2, we have also this one. So, parehas na yung sa 1, 2, 3. So, naging letters na rin din ito. So, they are the same lang din yung ating answers. So, the set x, y, z are of the same elements, which are A, B, C. And these sets X, Y, and Z are of the same set. So, parehas lang din yung sets nila. Pero of the same, of different way of representing it. Okay, so we have the next, lumabas na. So, how many elements are in the set? So, katulad lang din yung kanina, yung sa ating sheet work, we have 3 elements. So we have the set A, the element A, the set A, and the set AB. So these are the elements under this set. And for this one, so the same lang din yung ginawa natin kanina sa U1, U2, and U0. Just substitute the X with 1, 2, and 3. So we have this one. So, since ito, 1, 1, ay nalimutan ko ilagay, so they are just the same, you can already write set 1. Okay, so now we go to meron pa mga example. So, wala na. So, that is the last examples on how you, uh, what are the ways, different ways of representing elements and how to read the elements in the set. So, there is, as we observe, in a set, pwede din na magkakaroon siya ng element na set din. Okay, so, yung set na yun and the element are not of the same, they are not the same. So, yung element and the set are not the same because yung element is part of the set and the set is parang yung mother na or collection of the elements. Okay, so next. So after that, we will go first to the definition of terms. So what are the definition of terms that we can see here? So we have empty set. So ano yung empty set? So empty set is walang element. There is no element. Ang minsan sinasabi sa kanya o tinatawagan siya is null set and is denoted by this one or this one. So, pag sinabing empty set, pwedeng ganyan or an open and closed braces with no element. So, for example, we have the set of real numbers x that satisfies the equation. So, if you're going to find if you're going to change the x to any real numbers, and if we found, if you're going to add plus 1 to that and it gives you 0, then it is not an empty set. However, we all know that any numbers, pag like assuming we have negative numbers, so lahat ng negative numbers, pag i-square mo yan, it will always give you a positive numbers. Like negative 1 squared is 1, negative 2 squared is 4. There are no negatives na magbibigay so that if you're going to add 1, it will give you 0. Mas lalo na pag mag-select tayo ng positive, automatic naman magbibigay sa atin to ng positive din number. So, there are no real numbers that will satisfy this equation. Hence, your answer for that is null or this one. Open and close braces without an element. So, how about, sinabi din ng empty set daw is the weirdest thing about sets. Bakit weirdest? Kasi you're going to find an equation that will not satisfy to that equation. So, weird talaga siya. Kasi you're trying to find na there will be no existence sa set na yan. So, just for example, katulad din nito, you cannot find a key on a guitar. So, null po yung answer yan. So, there aren't any elements in it, not 1, only 0. Ibig sabihin, empty siya or open and close braces, null set, or empty set. So, yan ang tawag sa empty set. So, time checks natin is 9:25. So, we have, ganong oras pa tayo? 10:30. So, we have 1 hour and 5 minutes more. Okay, so we have also singleton, finite set, and infinite set. Ano to mga singleton set, finite set, and infinite set? So, tingnan natin. So, ang singleton set is a set with one element. So, meron siyang isang element. So, for example, so this one is a single element containing the null or empty set. So, ano magkakaiba, ma'am? Is this one the same with ganyan? Or this one, the same with empty. So, they are not the same. Huh? Kasi this one is an empty set and this one is a singleton set. Ano singleton set? Meron siyang laman. As you can see, mayroon siyang laman. Ito, wala talagang laman. And this one, null set yan. Ito, singleton set because it contains a single element containing the null or empty set. So, yun po ang pagkakaiba ng dalawang ito. So, this one is the empty set and this one is the singleton set. Okay, next. So, finite set can be counted. For example, the set of two-digit positive integers has 90 elements. So, kinount niya na yung two-digit positive integers may 90 elements. Ma'am, ano yung mga yan? Two digits. So, ibig sabihin, you're going to start with 10, 11, 12, and so on, hanggang 99. Kasi ang 100, 3-digit na yan. Ang less than 10 naman is 1 digit po yon. So, ito lang po yung mga elements na yan. So, these are finite set. Bakit finite? Kasi nga, pwede siya i-count, which is 90 elements daw ang merong sa set na ito. While the infinite set cannot be counted. Yun ang opposite ng infinite. Ang finite, counted. Ang infinite, it cannot. So, ano yan? The set of integer multiples of number 5. So, ang dami-dami niyan. So, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So, hanggang so on and so forth. 1,005, mga ganyan. So, 1,000,005. So, ang dami. So, you cannot count it. We also have the set of positive integers. So, lahat ng positive integers, count natin. So, we have 0 hanggang infinite. Yan ang yung tinatawag na 0 hanggang infinite. So, mostly, nilalagay natin is ganyan. So, it represents the infinite. So, ibig sabihin, countless, cannot be count. Okay, so that is the difference between singleton, finite, and infinite set. Next, we have the equality of a set. So, two sets are equal if and only if they have the same elements. Ano yan? Let A, B be sets. And A and B are equal if and only if. So, we all know what is this, if and only if. For all x such that x is an element of A and x is an element of B. A is equivalent to B. That is, A and B are of equal sets. So, magkaparehas ang sets nila. So, for examples, this one and these ones are equal. They have the same sets, which are 1, 3, and 5. And so with this one, they have of the same set, 1, 3, and 5. Kahit magkaiba ang kanilang representations, but still, they have the same element, which are 1, 3, and 5. So that is the equality of a set. It says that a set A and B are equal if yung element sa A ay nasa element sa B din. So, equal ang kanilang set. Okay? So, if they have precisely the same members, for example, are A and B equal where A members are the first four positive whole numbers, while B is equals to 4, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so we will analyze for the letter A. Sinabi si A is a members. A is a set where members are the first four positive whole number. So what are the first four positive whole numbers? We all know that the first four positive whole number are 1, 2, and 3, 4. So ang A, merong sets 1, 2, 3, and 4, while B have a sets 4, 2, 1, 3, 4. So they are of the same because parehas silang may elements. Hence, A and B are equivalent set. Yan. So we're done with the equality of sets. Now we're going to the universal set. Ano ang universal set? Universal set represent U. Yan, ganyan. So that is a universal set. It includes all of the elements, depends on the context. For example, the set of Latin letters. So lahat ng Latin letters are universal. Natural numbers, points on a line. So lahat po yun, universal sets. So it includes all of the elements. Pero depende pa rin sa context. Like this one, ang context niya is only Latin letters. Roman letters, English alphabets are not included in the set of Latin letters. May context pa rin po. Okay? So we have also here the celebrity set. Ma'am, ano itong mga celebrity sets? Because if you're dealing with mathematics, you always encounter with this one. Yan. Yan, mga ganyan. So since ang Q and neutral numbers, hindi na po natin isasama yan sa mostly sa mga examples natin. But it's additional knowledge na lang for you to understand what are these ones. So, yung Q are rational numbers. Teka lang, kukuha muna ako ng... Okay, so for the R is the set of real numbers. The Z is the set of all integers. The Q is the set of all rational numbers. And yung natural numbers is the N. So there are non-negative integers. So what are these? So we have R. It can be R plus or R minus. Like this one, we can be Z plus or Z minus. Pag P plus, it means those are the real numbers, the positive one, the positive real numbers or the negative real numbers. The plus, positive integers, and the negative is the negative integers. So what are these? So, meron ba dito ngayon? Ayan. So this one nandyan. These are the natural numbers. So it counts from 0 hanggang positive. So those are the natural. While the integers, mayroon siyang negative portion. Unlike sa natural, it only 0. Pero pag sinabing Z positive, so magiging parehas na siya sa natural numbers because it will only count 0 hanggang positive. Pag meron din tayong Z negative, from negative 1 hanggang infinite. So, those are the integers. The rational are all numbers that you can find in the, hindi pa pala. So, rationals are all integers na whole number with the fraction. Ano to mga fraction? It can be this one, or fraction can also be represented like 0.25, which is the fraction is 1/4. So, alam po natin yan sa algebra natin. So, these are the rational. While the algebraic, it comprises the square root. So, getting the negative square root of 5, it will give you point something. There is a repeated or not repeated. Thank you. So, these are the real algebraic. So, ang real number, it contains all of the integers rational. So lahat yan, lahat na ito are part of the real numbers. As you can see, lahat ng mga number that you can find in the number line are all part of the real numbers. So real numbers can also be represented a positive, so hanggang 0 hanggang dito lang, or a negative. So, yung negative portion hanggang dyan. So, that is the difference between the 5 sets. So, but mostly, ang ginukuha ata natin is the integers and the real numbers. Yung natural sum, minsan ginagamit. So, ito lang mostly ginagamit natin. Pero pag mga major math po kayo, so lahat ng mga different numbers, i-deal po natin. So, since we're just passing We're just using the natural or the integers or the real numbers. Okay? Okay, so number line. Ano na yung number line? Ito na yung number line. Yung tawag dito number line kasi it's a line consisting of different numbers. So, it's a set of real numbers. So, it represents as real numbers. It's a set of all points on the line. So, yan. Yung origin natin is the 0. We have the positive direction, which are the positive numbers. Negative direction, which are the negative numbers. So, next. So, ito na yun We're done with the number line. Okay, so we go to the set builder notation. Ito na yung kanina. What are these set builder, set rotation, rooster notation? So we let S to denote a set. PX to be a property. So ang PX is a property. Ito na yung context wherein such that x squared plus 9 equals 3, mga ganon. So that is the property that the element S may or may not satisfy. So we may define a new set. So we have, yan. Ma'am, paano yan? So this is a set. Wherein a set with an X element of set such that P of X. This is your context. Anong equation ang gusto mong isatisfy ni X na magiging part siya ng set? Pag hindi siya nag-satisfy doon, hindi siya part ng set. So these are the set of all such that the set X is an element of X such that. Ito mostly yung such that. Or you can represent also dalawang puldok. Such that din yan. So, ibig sabihin, after ng such that, meron kang equation that will, equation na gagawin mo as a context to make the element part of the set. Pag hindi niya satisfy niyo yung property na dito, it means that X or that number is not part of the set. Okay, for example, this one. So, ano yan, ma'am? So, nandyan yun. Given that R denotes the set of all real numbers. Z, the set of all integers. Z plus is the set of all positive integers. Z minus the set of all, ito, negative. Z minus is the set of all negative integers. Describe the following sets. So, ito na yung this is introduction ninyo. X is an element R such that, ito yung property. Negative 2 less than X less than 5. So, paano natin babasahin yan? So, yan ang pagbasa dyan. So, pag meron kayong activities na parang ganun ang ginawa, I don't know if there is a quiz like this. Baka sa midterm, baka meron. So, for the quiz, kasi ginawa ko na yung quiz kasi nauna yung MARI na diniscuss. So, your quiz 2 is already ready. But still sa inyo, hindi pa yun pwede ibigay because we're still in the module 2. So, in reading this kind of text, so ganito pang pabasa. X is an element of real numbers such that, ito na yung such that pwede din with a property, di ba? Meron na yung lagay natin. Pwede natin change ang such that with a property. Yan. With a property, X is less than, ano yan, mali man to. Sorry X is greater than negative 2 and less than 5. Yan po yun. X is an element of real numbers such that X is greater than X is greater than negative 2. So, ito naman no, X is greater than, mas malaki siya sa negative 2. And less than 5. So, ano yung mga numbers? So, ma'am, ano to? Hindi man siya, baka sasabihin nyo, bakit hindi siya nakaganito? Yan. Hindi siya naka-open and close braces, but naka-open and close parenthesis. Anong ibig sabihin yan? So, ganito is a set. Set yan. Later on, may makikita kayong ganyan or ganyan. So, anong ibig sabihin nito? Ito, it means that this value is not part of the set. So, this is the first part of the saan magsa-start and ito naman yung saan mag-end. Ma'am, ano ibig sabihin ng open and close? So, open and close parentheses, it means na yung value na nakikita nyo sa first part and the last part, they are not part of the set. Kasi sinabi naman dito, X is greater than negative 2. So, ibig sabihin, hindi kasama si negative 2. Na kung hindi kasama si negative 2, bakit hindi na lang ma'am ilagay negative 1 tapos 4 kasi hindi din kasama si 5. Remember, it is an real number, not an integer. An integer are all whole number. Real numbers are like, pwede din naman ang mga kasama dyan, basta hindi lang negative 2. So you can have 1.999 or negative 1.99 or negative 1.99999. Ilang beses na 9. So they are part of the set. Since hindi na natin isulat yung napakaraming 0.999999 infinite na 0.99, we will use this one. Pero, a reminder, para gamitin natin yan, to tell the other who will read it, kailangan ang gagamitin nyo is this one. It means that you are using an open ball. Open ball yan kasi. Ibig sabihin, you have negative 2 and 5 wherein you're counting the numbers going to negative 2 pero hindi kasama si negative 2, which are the 1.9 or 1.99 negative or negative 1.99999. Basta hindi kasama si negative 2. Yun po ang ibig sabihin yan. So, tingnan natin dito para mas maintindihan natin yung sa second portion. Okay, sa second portion, set of all integers strictly between negative 2 and 5. So, ito, sinabi dito, set of all integers strictly between negative 2 and 5. So, since we are talking of integers, so wala po tayong mga negative 1.999, negative 1.99, kasi real numbers lang po yun. So, ang mga integers are whole numbers. So we have negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, hanggang 5. O yan. Since greater than or less than negative, since less than 5 siya, so automatic 4 lang ang kailangan niya, kukunin niya. Since negative 2 siya, kukunin niya lang is negative 1. So yung difference ng integers and real number po. So ngayon, as you can see, hindi po ako gumamit ng ganyan. Kundi ito na. Kasi, I am including all of the sets dito. So ito, it means that what are all the elements in the set? Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng braces, okay? So in reading that, x is an element of integers such that x, nandyan na naman ang mali kong sinulat, greater than -2 and less than 5. Okay, so that is how you're going to write in that set. Okay, we go to the, any questions? Okay, silence means no questions. Okay, next. Ma'am, meron din ito. Yes, we can also use this one. Anong ibig sabihin nito? Yun na yung sinabi ko, no? Ito, open, pag we're talking about a boundary of -2, pero hindi kasama si -2. Pero kaya ganyan. Pero this one, kasama po ang -1. Since we are talking about -1, ito lang. So bakit dalawa lang to, ma'am? Kasi pag ganito, almost ang first number is the initial number, yung second is the end. While this one, yung open and close braces, these are the ilis mo ang lahat ng elements. Yun po ang ibig sabihin nun. Yung open and close braces, you're going to list all of the elements. While the ganito bracket and the open and close parentheses, you're just putting the initial number and the end number. So ano yung mga initial number natin? Initial number is -1 po ang kailangan. Yan na. And the last one is 4. Kaya -1 and 4. While the set are all the complete elements. Okay? So that is for the set. So next, another example. So these are all elements that are positive. Sinabi dito, positive po yan. No, yan. So we have elements, a set that contains an element. Ano mga element? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ano pa? So pagbasa niyan, x is an element of positive integers such that x is greater than -2 and less than 5. Yan po ang ibig sabihin niyan. So it includes 1 and 4. So kaya, bakit nakaganito? So we have the first and this is the last. So you're talking about numbers in between nakasama si 1 and 4. Okay, so for the next one, there are all elements in that is or are negative. Bakit negative, ma'am? Ito po, yan. Elements that is are negative. Next. Only -1. Bakit -1 lang, ma'am? Di ba? X is greater than -2. So we only have -2, -1. So these are only the negative integers. Since -2 is not included because x is greater than -2, hence your element is only -1. Next. X is an element of negative, so pagbasa niyan, x is an element of negative integers such that x is greater than -2 and less than 5. So meron tayong ganito din, no? Ano to? This is a close braces. Hindi yung open ganyan. Open kasi ito. So ito close, ibig sabihin, ito lang po ang infinite. And ang initial number and the end number. Kasi wala tayong end. Isang element lang meron. So, next. We're done with the sets. We have the singleton set, empty set, anong tawag to? Infinite set, finite set. So now we're going to subsets. Ma'am, ano tong subsets? Subsets are parang bata, anak ni set. Siya yung parang anak ng sets. So anong nakikita sa sets, yun ang sa subsets. Pero it doesn't mean lahat ng meron si sets ay kinuha ni subsets. It can be a portion of the eye or the nose lang. So yung mga portion lang po or parts lang sa sets ay nakukuha ni subset. Okay, what are these? So ang subset, pag ganito yan po ang ating subset. Ibig sabihin. So if A is called a subset of B, written na A subset B. Yan. If and only if every element of A is also an element of B. So lahat ng element dapat yung sa lahat ng element ng A ay nasa sa B. Pero si B, it doesn't mean lahat ng elements sa B ay nasa A. Only A. Kasi siya yung kanyang subset. Siya yung kanyang daughter or son. So lahat ng qualities ng daughter and the sons are all in their parents. So yun po ang ibig sabihin ng subset. So yan. For all elements X, if X is an element of A, then X is an element of B. So A is contained in B or B contains A. So yun yung ibig sabihin. So ibig sabihin, para magiging subset si A, so pag meron siyang 1, 2, si B, dapat meron ding 1, 2. Pero it doesn't mean 1, 2 lang siya meron. Pwede siyang possibility 1, 2, 3, and so on. Kasi importante, lahat ng meron si A ay nandoon sa B para magiging subset po siya. Okay, next. So, just taking pieces of that set. So, for example, let A be a multiples of 4 and B all multiples of 2. Is A a subset of B? And is B a subset of A? So, let me see. Let us see kung ano. So, sinabi A, B are multiples of 4. So, we have here the multiples of 4. 0, 4, 8. So, lahat multiples. So, it can be also a negative because negatives are also multiples of 4. And B, ganyan. O, ano nakikita natin? Meron bang negative 8? Yes. Negative 4, 0, 4, and 8. So it means all of the sets in A are in B. Hence, A is a subset of B. But B is not a subset of A. Kasi si A, wala naman negative 6, negative 2, nor 2, 6, and other. So, B cannot be a subset of A. Yan. Only si A subset of B. Okay? Okay, so time check, 9:55. So we still have 35 minutes. Till 10:30 po tayo. Okay, so not a subset. Yun na yung sinabi ko kanina. So A and B, B sets. For set A not to be a subset of B, there must be at least one element. So kahit isang element na meron si B, kahit isang element na meron si A na wala sa B, hence, A is not a subset of B. Wait lang Okay, so next. So, ito ang representation, not a subset. Yan. So, there is at least one element in A that is not in the element of B. For equality, ano malalaman natin na ang sets are equal? So, we know that a set is equal if and only if A is a subset of B and B a subset of A. So, we all know, pag magiging subset siya, meron ditong element, lahat ng elements sa A nasa B. Hence, yung lahat ng nasa element ng B ay nasa A din. So, they are equal. So, yun po ang ibig sabihin ng equality. For example, we have here 1, 2, 3. Yan ang A. We have B, 1, 2, and 3. So, is A a subset of B? Lahat ng 1, 2, 3, meron si B. Yes. Is B a subset of A? Ang B, 1, 2, 3, meron din si A ng 1, 2, 3. Yes. Hence, A is equal to B. So, that is how you're going to check whether a set is equal. Wait lang ah. So next. So we have also a proper subset. So what is this, a proper subset? So ang proper subset daw is A and B, B sets. A is a proper subset of B if and only if every element of A is in B, but there is at least one element of B that is not in A. Kaya yun ang tawag doon ay proper subset. A subset siya and is not equivalent to B. For example, anong ibig sabihin po niyan, ma'am? So for example, A, B. So we have 1, 2, and this one is 1, 2. Since A is subset of B and B is a subset of A, this means that A is equivalent to B. But remember, since they are all equivalent, A is just a subset of B, but not a proper subset. Subset siya, pero not proper. Kasi ang proper subset daw, meron pang element, dapat hindi parehas or equivalent ang A and B. Anong ibig sabihin niyan? For example, we have A, 1, 2, and B, 1, 2, 3. Yan. A is a subset of B, but A is not equals to B. Hence, A is a proper subset of B. Kasi merong element si B na 3, na wala si A. Hence, A is a proper subset of B. Ganun po yung ibig sabihin ng proper subset sa subset. Yung proper, merong element sa A na wala sa B. Yung subset, it can be, anong tawag dyan? It can be the DR equivalent set, or pwede din siyang tawaging subset, yung proper subset. Pero ito, hindi siya pwedeng tawaging proper subset. Okay? So, next. Wait lang ah. Can you answer one chaos or a big number one? Number one is compromise ng fear to be very. Okay, so next. O, yan. We have 1, 2, 3 is a subset of 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 is not a proper subset. Kasi nga, magkaparehas silang. A set is a subset of itself but not a proper subset. Pero, pag merong tong 4 dito, automatic, 1, 2, 3 is a proper subset. A proper subset is a subset na dapat meron siyang element sa B na wala sa A. Okay? So, that is a proper subset. Okay, next. So, this one is a proper subset. Yan yung sinabi ko, kung meron siyang 4. So, this is a set that is a proper subset and is also a subset. Is an empty set a proper subset of A? Oh, yes. Is set A contains other element other than null set, then empty set is a proper subset of A. And if A contains no element, hence, no, hindi siya a proper subset. Okay? So that is for the empty set to be a proper subset or not a proper subset of A. So the empty set is a subset of every set, including the empty set itself. So time check, we have 10:04. So medyo dalian ko ng konti ha. We have until 30 minutes. So we have 26 minutes more. Cardinality. Anong ibig sabihin ng cardinality? Yan. A cardinality is the number, if there are exactly n distinct elements in S. N is the cardinality of S. Ano yung cardinality? Okay. Cardinality is the number of sets, a number of elements in the set. Ibig sabihin, ika-count po natin ilang elements ang meron si set. So, paano natin malaman that it's asking for a cardinality or the number of set? Pag meron pa tayong makitang ganyan, ito po, ito. So this means that we're talking about the cardinality of the set S, or how many elements are there in the set S. So yun po ang cardinality. So let A be the set of odd positive integers less than 10. So ano ang mga elements ng A? O, sinabi daw, the cardinality of A is 5. Bakit daw? Sinabi, a set of odd positive integers less than 10. Ano ang mga positive integers? Add ha, add. So we have 1, 3, 5, 6, 6 is not included, 7, 9. So 10, 11 yun na pwede ha, kasi less than 10. So here we have only 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are the odd positive integers. So if we're going to count how many elements, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is why the cardinality of the set A is 5. Yan. So let S be the set of letters in the English alphabet. So ilang letters meron si English alphabet? So yun ang kanyang element. So we have the cardinality of S is 26. So that is how you're going to get the cardinality or the number of elements in a given sets. Okay, next. So null set has no elements, hence the cardinality of null set is 0. Wala siyang element eh. So 0 po ang kanyang cardinality. Now we go to the power set. Anong power set? Wait lang ah. Okay, so we're now going to discuss the power set. So, ang power set daw, ito yung kanyang denoted, symbol ng power set. So, it means that you're going to get the power set of the set S. Okay, paano natin kukunin yung power set? Sinabi daw dito, if yung element o ay yung set na yun ay may n elements, yung power set niya is 2 raised to the n. So, paano po yan? For example, we have the set here. So, 0, 1, 2. So, ilang elements meron si set na yan? So, meron po tayong element 3. So, we have 1, 2, 3. So, 3 elements. So, yung power set niya is 2 raised to 3, which is 8 elements. So, yung power set ng set na to, meron siyang 8 elements na magkakaroon. Ano-ano po yon? So, ito na yon. So, we have 1 element, 2 element, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we have, tama yung pagkuha natin na ilang element sa power set. Ma'am, bakit ganyan po yung mga elements sa power set? So, ganito po yan. You almost, in the first part, you have the null set. In the power set, pag sa power set lang. You must have a null set and the complete set. Ito na yon. So, 0, 1, 2. Complete set. Ito, so i-combine mo na lang. You get the single tone, set 0, set 1, set 2. Then get yung 2 element na set. So we have 0, 1, 0, 2. Tapos meron din tayong 1, 2. Yan. And the 3. So ganun po yung pagkuha ng mga element. Pag sinabi, what are the elements of the power set 0, 1, 2? Ito po yung mga elements. Pero pag sinabi lang, how many elements are there in the power set, you just get the set, kung ilang elements, then 2 raised to the 3. Tapos makukuha mo na there are 8 elements in the power set. Oh. How about this one? What is the power set of the empty set? Diba, we all know that in an empty set, there are 0 elements. So since 0 elements, so 2 raised to 0 is 1. We all know that any number raised to 0 is equivalent to 1. So therefore, the power set of the empty set is 1. 1 element po. Yan. Ano po yung element na 1? E di yung set 0, yun po yung kanyang element. Oh. Okay. How about this one? What is the power set of the set containing null set? Oh, ano yan? Ito daw. We have the empty set and the null set. We have the null and the set containing the null. O, magkaiba po yan ha. The null and the set. Kasi set ulit to. Set o yan. Set containing the null. So, since we have 1 element, so 2 raised to 1 is 2 elements. So that is what is the meaning of power set. We have a time check, 10:11 na po tayo, so we still have 29 minutes more. 19 minutes more. So, dali-dalian ko na. Unions. So, ito, union na. Ibig sabihin, ganyan po ang kanyang denoted. So, if we have like that, it means that you're going to unite. Kaya nga union, unite A and B. So, it means that you're going to unite them. So, for example, so hindi ko na babasahin yung definition ha. Andiyan naman yan sa ating lecture. That can be taken in your Google Classroom. So, for example na lang i-discuss ko. So, we have A, B. So, ang union, ibig sabihin, unite mo yung dalawa. So, anong meron sa A, anong meron sa B, ilalagay natin sa union. Lahat na yung elements. So, we have there. Ito na po ang union ng elements. So, ano to? Check. 1, 3, 5. Meron bang 1, 3, 5? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Meron bang 1, 2, 3? Oh, yes. So, lahat ng elements sa A and B ilalagay sa union. Okay. So that is for union. For intersections, so denoted ng intersection ang denoted ng intersection is this one. So opposite ng union. Ang union, ganyan. Intersection, ganito. Ano ang intersection? Ang intersection is ano ang common na meron si A and B. So what is the common of A and B? Ma'am, ang common nila is 1 and 3. So that is the element in the intersection. Only 1 and 3. Okay. How about this one? Check. 1. Wala si 1. So, wala silang common man. So, therefore, null set po ang ating answer. Okay? For intersection yan. O, ito naman ang difference. So, ang denoted sa difference is A minus B or A slash B. Ibig sabihin, you're getting the difference. O, ano yung difference? So, definition, di ko na babasahin na. Examples na lang. Okay. For example, this one. Bakit to mamang answer is 5? So, for A minus B, anong titingnan natin? Hahanapin po natin ang merong element sa A na wala sa B. Ganun po yun, ang difference. So, we have 1, 1, 3, 3, 5. Si 5 na element sa A ay wala sa B. Hence, na element 5 is the difference of A and B. How about this one? If you're going to get the B minus A, so hanapin mo sa element ng B na wala sa A. So, tingnan natin. 1, 1, 3, 3. So, 2 na naman po ang wala sa B, ang wala sa A. So, ito po yung element sa B. Tapos, i-check nyo lang po yung mga element na meron sa A. Tapos, yung hindi makitang elements sa B na wala sa A, then that is your difference. So, take note difference is pag ganyan or minus talaga. So, it doesn't mean pag ganyan, equivalent na po siyang answer nyo dyan sa B minus A. Hindi po hindi po lahat. Like this one, hindi po sila parehas. Tignan nyo. The same sets given, but A minus B and B minus A doesn't have the same element answer. Okay? So, next. O yan. Change ko lang yung symbol. Okay, what is also the complement? So, complement ito yung yung kanyang symbol, complement. So, hindi ko na babasahin yung definition Didiretso na po ako sa ang tawag dyan, example. Okay, for example, we have the set A and the universal. Mostly kasi kailangan mo ng universal para sa complement. Kasi ang complement is anong number, anong sets meron sa U na wala sa A, yun ang complement. For example, U is the set of English alphabet and A is the all of the vowels. Therefore, ang A complement are all consonants. Yan po ang consonants. Set of English alphabet minus the set of A. So, lahat ng consonant po ang complement. B, C, D hanggang Z. Except A, E, I, O, U. And for this one, the complement of this one is the universal set minus this one. Ano po? Yan. Ano-ano ang mga universal set? Universal set of positive numbers are all Okay, so what are the all positive numbers? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Ano naman ang positive integers? Ito ang U, ah. Ano naman ang positive integers greater than 10? We have greater than 10 is 11, 12, 13, 14, and so on. So, ibig sabihin, ang complement ng A is the less than 11. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, ito na yon. So, these are your complement of A. So, yung complement of A, so tatanggalin mo lang ang wala sa A na meron sa U, sa universal. So, yun ang complement of A. Okay, so these are also the identities, set identities. So, hindi na natin explain lahat yan kasi parang additional knowledge lang po yan. So, kasi pag i-explain po natin yan, deeper na po yan sa sets. So, kasi ang sa ibang mga courses, sets is one course po. Sa atin is one module only. So, we're just passing lang. So, ito, hindi na natin i-discuss mostly yan. So, passing lang, additional knowledge lang po ang set identities. Okay? So, basahin nyo na lang po yan sa ating course, topics, lectures na binigay na po sa inyo. Okay, next. So, we have here an example. So, how we'll know that B is a subset of A? So, B is not a subset of A. O yan, 0 is not a positive integer. 0 is in B, but 0 is not in A, and so B is not a subset of A. Yan. Is C a proper subset of A? Tingnan mo daw. True. Because each element is C is a positive integer and hence is in A. So, lahat ito ay positive integers, so lahat yan nasa A. Pero, dito, si B, since 0 is equals to N, and hence, positive integers is not included as 0, so si B, hindi po pwede magiging subset. So, evaluate. So, 10 minutes na lang. So, ito, passing ko na lang to kasi unahin ko muna ang... So, basahin nyo na lang po to. If you have question regarding this one, just tanungin nyo lang po. So, ipo-focus ko ang for 10 minutes yung ito, Venn diagrams. Sorry. So, ang Venn diagrams is a figure representation of sets. Ano yan? Figure po sa represent. Wherein the U is this one. Ito po ang U. And the only sets for A is only this one. Yan. Circle. So, that is the universal and that is for the set A. So, this one, we have a set A and B that have no common and the universal U. So, this is the intersection. Yan. While this one is the union, pag i-combine lahat. Yan. While this one, sa third one, makikita natin na si B is a subset of A. Nasa loob kasi si B sa A. That's why B is a subset of U, of A. Yan. Okay, yan na yun. So, this is the complement. This is A. Hence, yung sa labas is the complement of A. And this one, we have this one is the union, the intersection. Yan. And this one is the union. Kasi kukunin mo lahat yan. That is the union. Okay? So, yung for example nito, so, hindi ko na i-discuss yan. Doon tayo sana yung meron akong example. Wait. So, the ordered pairs. So, basahin nyo lang yung ordered pairs. Meron yung para sa inyong saan na yan? Wait lang Sa dulo ata yun. Yan. Ito yung inyong exercises. So, this is the universal. So, instead of U, ito na po yung universal. So, universal are this one. Yan. Lahat ng makikita mo sa loob ng square or rectangle is the universal. The set A, ko-color ko lang yung ibang color. Yan. Set A is only this one. Yan. Hindi ko sasabihin yung number kasi part yun ng inyong activities. So, this is the set A. And the set B, ibang kulay natin. Oh, this is the set B. Yan. So, CA is a subset of B. So, yan po ang set B. And yung yellow is the universal, yung green is the set A, and yung blue is the set B. So, this will be your activities under sets in your Google Classroom. So, any question po? So, we're done. We have still 6 minutes. So, question muna tayo sa activity. No questions?
Excuse me,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, Radnalin?
Ma'am, regarding po dun sa activities na, di ba, dun po sa Malunggay, last time na po ako nag ano po sa inyo, nagtanong regarding po.
Oo.
But the thing is, ma'am, last kahapon po ko lang nakita na yung due date. Ma'am, meron po bang extension doon?
Ay, may extension po yun. So, yung due date na yun, parang nilalagay lang yun that you need to comply it, but still, it is open yung form for you to
Okay,
submit.
ma'am.
Oo.
Oh, thank you so much, ma'am. I
Kasi
was worried
yung,
kasi baka lang, sabi ko baka
oo.
din ako pwedeng magpas.
Hindi, okay lang yun kasi yung parang the deadline is just parang guide ninyo that you need to do it within this week. Pero if di na makaya, is you still pass kasi hindi continuous yung forms so that it can also it can still accept responses from the students to submit their output.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
So if no more questions, so ganyan po yung pagkagawa. So what are the elements of A? So what are the elements of B? What are the elements of A union B? A intersection B? What are the elements of the complement of A? What are the elements of the complement of B? So, yun po yung mga activities nyo under sets. So, by Thursday, ngayong day, wala pong bagong activities na i-upload, but on Thursday na. So you just do your other activities. On Thursday, I'm going to upload in advance yung Module 3, Unit 1. Kasi malapit na po tayo sa November of second week, which is our schedule for the midterm exam. And for next Tuesday, kasi Tuesday lang tayo mag-meet, so I'm going to discuss yung last module, which is the last unit of the module 2, which is, ano ba yun? Relations and functions. So it means that we're done with the module 2. So at the same time, after our discussion, it's either by Wednesday, hindi ngayong Wednesday, hindi ngayong tomorrow, so by next Wednesday po, the quiz number 2 will be open until Sunday. So next Wednesday to next Sunday po yung, so there will be Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 4 days open ang quiz. So you can take any time or within the 4 days, anytime or any day ang gusto nyong kunin yung quiz. So the quiz number 2 we only cover for the module 2. So ma'am, bakit i-upload ko na yung lecture for the module 3 unit 1? Kasi after discuss next week yung module 2, medyo yung problem solving, konti na lang yung discussions. So pwede ko i-combine ang unit 1 and unit 1 and 2 or unit 2 and 3 in one meeting. Kasi konti lang po yung discussion sa lecture na yan. Unlike sa sets and functions, medyo marami-rami. So any questions? So we have 2 minutes more for the questions. Questions pa ba? So wala tayong activities na makikita ngayon sa Google Classroom today. Sa Thursday na po. And this activity are the Module 3, Unit 1, ang problem solving. So, intro na tayo sa problem solving. Okay? Pero yung quiz, it will be available by next week pa po ang quiz. So, for the meantime, ngayon since wala naman magagawa, gawin nyo yung activities and review the lectures of Module 2. Okay? So, if no more questions, see you on next week. So, go to Google Classroom lang sa Thursday, okay? So, see you next week. So,
Bye, ma'am.
okay, bye-bye. See you next week.
Oh, my ma'am. Ay, ma'am, hindi po ba tayo picture?
Walang
Mag-picture
picture, ma'am.
pa tayo. Nalimutan ko.
Okay, ma'am.
So,
Sige po.
wait buti na remind mo. Nalimutan ko na. Okay, so open your camera. I'm going to take for the attendance. Wait lang ha. Okay, so tapos na. Okay. So, see you
Sure, ma'am.
on Tuesday. Okay, bye-bye.